Well, Broncos country, what is going on, man? Happy Victory Monday to all you guys out there. Hope you guys enjoyed the day. Feeling good about the Broncos being 3-2, coming off a three-game win streak and ending the losing streak to the Raiders this past weekend by a final score of 34-18. Yours truly, by the way, nailed the score on my prediction on Friday. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check that video out. Um, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Nailing a score on the nose is a fun feeling. I just wish that my DraftKings bet slip would be similar, and that is truly not the case. But thanks, y'all guys, for tuning in. So, what I'm wanting to discuss today, kind of one thing I was thinking of is, you know, how much of a ceiling does Bo Nix have? How much better can he get in this offense? What can we expect when we look back at Bo Nix as the Broncos starting quarterback a year from now, right? Or 6 weeks from now? Where do I think that this is trending? And I'd love to know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Before we get into it, guys, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. I'm on a mission to get to 500 subscribers here, hopefully in the next couple months. So we're starting this thing out. Um, small community, and hopefully we can expand it out. So if you love Denver sports, if you love fantasy sports, we cover everything here in Denver, from the Nuggets to the Avs to the Broncos, of course. We got it all. So be sure to tune in, man. And I appreciate all the support and all the love in advance. All right, Broncos country. Well, we know we're feeling good about this team, at least a lot better than we were about a month ago about where this team is heading. Defensively, we are elite. We're consistent. We fly to the ball. We are a damn good unit, and they are really allowing for this team to feel comfortable with the notion of being in every single game. And now it's going to be up for the offense to show more consistency and to be able to really make us more well rounded. And they've shown a tons of glimpses of that, but it still hasn't been enough. They've shown a lot more bad overall, I think, offensively than good, but definitely trending in the right direction. So, this kind of takes me back to the Bo Nix argument and what is the ceiling that he can reach? And is he being handcuffed a little bit by Sean Payton? And so we'll break it down here a little bit slowly. Firstly, I think when it comes to Bo Nix, I think his ceiling is very high. I think he has a lot more room to grow. I think he has all of the tools that you're looking for in a franchise quarterback. And I think he showed something this particular weekend, and it wasn't even on the field, that was incredibly intriguing and positive when you look at it from a leadership standpoint, right? And having that killer instinct and that killer mindset. And obviously, we're talking about that feud that him and Sean Payton had on the sidelines. I think one thing that it really showed to me is that this is someone that feels like he has earned. He's gotten to the point in the season where he's earned the respect of his teammates, and it's not necessarily just with his play on the field. I think in the week of prep, in the locker room, I think he feels very comfortable with where he is to be able to voice his own opinion, because no player does that when they don't feel like they're at that level of success. And he's comfortable in his own skin, and he's comfortable in his preparation to the point where he feels like he can challenge Sean Payton and be able to give it back to him. And I think that that's a very healthy and constructive relationship to have with your head coach. And I'm all for it, and I love it. I'm a big, big, big fan of it in every way. Another thing is that you see anybody that questions his arm strength is just incorrect. Anybody that questions his ability to make plays and improvise is incorrect. He's shown that he can do all of it. He's shown that he can do that in the NFL level. Couple things I think he still needs to work on a little bit is the consistency of his footwork, which is leading to some inaccuracy issues. I just think that's him still adapting to the speed of the game, but it has gotten way better in week 5 than in comparison to week 1. Quite a bit. He's making throws now that he wasn't necessarily making back then. He's a lot more accurate with the football, and you just got to love that. I think that is all very good stuff that you can see. Another thing is that I feel like Sean Payton is kind of holding him back, kind of putting the reins on him a little bit, which is understandable because a lot of other coaches, like let's take Jaden Daniels in Washington for example. He's been phenomenal. He's been awesome. Really, really fun to watch. Okay, they're running a very college style offense, right? Which makes sense because when you look at Obviously, he just played in college. When you look at their offensive coordinator, and Cliff Kingsbury, he kind of cut his teeth in the college ranks. Now he has, coached a lot in the NFL, but he's really tailored this offense to be a lot more college like. And it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to look like and what that offense is going to look like once defenses fully adjust to what it is that they're doing, and how he responds, because that is going to happen. Whereas with Sean Payton, I think he's saying we're going to run my system, a very very pro style system, a very complex system that he knows is going to be very good and sustainable for the long term. But there's going to be a lot of growing pains, and it's going to be a little bit slow going as there's some adjustments there from a rookie quarterback and a lot of young guys on offense. Um, and so I think Sean Payton needs to let him let him play a little bit more, give him a little bit more of those responsibilities. Stop trying to start the games off with more simplistic concepts that fit the mold of how you want to run your offense. Spread it out just like you did in the beginning of the Tampa Bay game, and let them roll that way. I think that's always a very and it's proven so far this season that that's a really good thing. If you also notice, the Broncos right now, they rank fourth in the NFL in 2-minute offense and 2-minute offense efficiency. They've been very good in end of half and end of game situations. Very, very good. Bows look more comfortable. The guys just seem to be getting open. The tempo has been really helping. And I was really happy to see them implement that a little bit more in the second half. And I do not think that it was a coincidence that they ended up having probably the best half of their year. So implement that early. I get that there's a lot of like they want to get a feel for the game, feel for the opponent. What exactly is the defense doing to counteract them? But I would say be the aggressor and let let us dictate how they're going to uh, attack us, and go vice versa. So I do understand where Sean Payton's coming from, and I think it's important that Broncos country does too, because Sean Payton is definitely wanting to, you know, take the reins off of Bo in this offense, and he certainly wants for Bo Nix to develop. He probably wants for his stats to look better. He wants him to be more efficient. But the most important thing, especially as a head coach, is that he wants his team to win the game. So if he has to hold some things back in the offense or be able to, for lack of better words, put a little bit of a stranglehold on what Bo Nix and this offense is doing, at least early in games, in order to increase their chances of winning the game, he's going to do it. So as fans, it gets frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is all about getting W's. And if you can try to find the balance of doing both, then hey, that's a good thing. And I think that that's what they're starting to do. But when I kind of looked over some of the all 22 and I looked over the film, there was so many more things in this game that you would love to see from your starting quarterback than in the past. He had a lot of very, very positives. Um, and I think even to Sean Payton's credit, there was some incredible plays that I loved, the not just the play design, but the situation and the time in the game in which they used them. One of them that really stands out was they had an unbelievably well executed screen to Javante Williams, where they really showed screen right, hit it with a play action to make it look like they were going to take a shot, and then just went screen opposite side of the field. Perfectly executed. Javante kind of went right off of the tackle, um, to really maximize that space, catches the ball, immediately turns upfield, and it goes for a huge chunk. The bomb to Franklin that was ultimately dropped, that was a hell of a play call. Marvin Mims was wide open across the middle too. It was phenomenal to see. The play call in the Josh Reynolds touchdown was originally, from what it seemed like, supposed to go to Cortland Sutton, and he gets off of him really quick and throws a dime to Josh Reynolds. Now, I will say on the TV screen, when I was watching it on the TV copy, it looked like a very routine throw. You look at it from behind quarterback and what he actually had to do in the small little area that he had to drop that ball in. It's a very impressive throw and a very quick decision. And he's getting the ball out of his hands quicker. He's not taking sacks. We're fourth in the I think it's actually third in the NFL now in terms of sacks taken, whereas we were almost dead last year. So all of the things that drove Sean Payton crazy last year are already better 5 games into a rookie quarterback's career. And we're going to be able to build on that a lot run game was good, and I think the run game has been better because of our ability to run out of different looks and our ability to show that we can be a threat in the passing game. So I foresee that continuing. And kudos to Javante again. He's looked phenomenal. He's looked a lot more like his old self, and mainly he's just looked more nimble, more quick, more decisive. And I've really loved to see that. So I think that I think Bo Nix has a incredibly high ceiling. I really do. I think that sky's the limit for him. And I think that as the year goes on, you're going to hopefully start to see some development out of some other young guys, some young weapons, and then heading into the offseason next year, you're going to be able to know exactly what kind of players you need to surround him with to maximize the talent. Because there is moments where you feel like there might be a little bit of a deficiency in terms of talent or guys just consistently being able to get open. But I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll uh, we'll start deep diving into some other aspects of the team as the week goes on, and we'll get into the Chargers looking ahead, come around Wednesday or Thursday. But enjoy this win again, guys, and spend time with the people that you love the most. Go Broncos, baby! And until next time, peace out.